3 was bad, 4 was worse? I feel like there's some shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Generic intro into that goes me. We're back with another nostalgic video, and today we're doing Superman 4, which is apparently like the most hated Superman movie out there. I've never seen a Superman movie. The last video I did was Nostalgia Critic's video on Jumanji. You can check my reaction to that video. I'll leave it right up there. Also, link down below in the description. Also, in a playlist on my channel with all my other Nostalgia Critic reactions going in chronological order. Now, before that was, I believe, Man of Steel, which, like I said, I've never seen a Superman movie, so Nostalgia Critic video on Man of Steel. I had so many copyright issues. That video was 2 days late. Hopefully this video does not have the same because it is an older video, so I'm not really sure if it's going to have a ton of copyright issues or not. So if there's any blur or anything that happens, I could not do anything about it. Hopefully this video is going live on Monday. Hopefully the patrons got the video a day early, which will be $3 a month. They will definitely get a day early because that's always what's going to be. But I do read all comments, whether you're a patron or not, whether you're subscribed or not, so definitely leave some comments down below for me to read. And I don't know, 1987 actually, it says right under the quest for peace. But let's go ahead and jump into Superman 4. Alright.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it,
Rob?
so you don't have to.
Is that Rob?
Did you know that the Superman films have a parallel history to the Batman movies? Superman the movie was the first attempt to portray Superman in a serious light. The tagline was, "You will believe a man can fly." I mean, and that's exactly what director Richard Donner intended to do. Convince an audience that the man they were seeing on screen
was actually flying.
But the price of this idea came too high for its producers, so Donner was booted off the franchise during Superman 2's production and replaced with Richard Lester. In Superman 3, more emphasis was put on comedy, and Richard Pryor was even brought in. And boy, did it suck balls, but not nearly as much as the cinematic abomination I have to view today. Welcome to Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
So,
we learn that
3 was bad, 4 was worse?
Ideologies, power-hungry dictators, or economic necessity. No, it's all because of nuclear weapons.
Oh,
just
no.
Nuclear weapons
1987.
And evil people who profit from them.
Who?
And boy, am I not looking forward to this one
or is that... That wasn't...
Oh.
Is that the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Hi, Nostalgia Critic!
It kind of looked like Rob for a second there. This video's old.
What I'm doing here.
Is that the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Well, see, the thing is that I review comic books and you review movies, and I figured if I was going to review a comic book movie, yeah, I'll just quit right here.
No, you don't. You started this dumbass review. We're gonna finish
that wouldn't do anything. It's on a revolver.
How did you? Ah! I'm going. Good. So,
okay.
Let's go ahead and review.
Also, does he still wear the same, like, suit jacket and tie, like, all these years later?
Alright, we open on the familiar credits of the Superman franchise.
And then going around the planet? Oh, okay.
And sucky. The film is produced by renowned schlock factory Golan Globus, known for outright stealing money from investors to spread around to various movie projects instead of the one they were supposed to go to. Movie would be so proud.
The film begins proper with Russians. In space!
Were they Russians back then, though?
How'd you do that with your voice?
Clean throat.
Huh.
Well, this is fine.
I thought space is a demilitarized zone.
Go wrong out here.
See? This is what happens when you litter in space.
Yeah, no. That's so unlucky. Space is so big.
Unfortunately, Superman is around to save them.
In space.
By the way, folks, get used to this shot of Superman flying at the camera.
They use the same one.
Every flying scene has it.
Wow, they really cut the budget.
They're in the vacuum of space. Superman's cape is flapping around like it's in a wind tunnel.
He speaks Russian?
Wait a minute, did he just talk? As in
space?
Talking in space?
That's not how that works.
How deep are we in this movie?
4 minutes.
For 4 minutes?
In Soviet Russia, physics breaks you.
We move
How
on
did he
to a
know?
scene where it looks like Clark Kent is selling the family farm because apparently his mom croaked in between movies or something. I guess it's a good thing she resurrected herself in Superman Returns.
Timing!
He goes into the barn and finds the old spaceship that brought him to Earth and pulls out a glowing green crystal.
Was that
Which he also got
kryptonite?
out of the ship in the first movie, didn't he?
You know, if you're gonna pick up all the plot holes, we're gonna be here all day.
Yes.
No,
most likely.
Actually, this little crystal is meant to be our Deus Ex Machina for later.
Oh, good.
For what?
I can't wait to be pleasantly disappointed.
Since apparently the writers felt that the impending nuclear war wasn't a strong enough story, we have a series of subplots littered throughout the movie. Most of them go absolutely nowhere, a result of the fact that when the film was first released, more than 40 minutes were cut from it.
40 minutes
based
were
on
cut?
some of the information on the film that's been collected, they didn't go anywhere in the first cut either. So I guess their loss is our gain.
The first subplot is that the Daily Planet has been taken over by an evil Rupert Murdoch stand-in, which isn't really that far off from the real Rupert Murdoch.
Tedious. Don't tell me you only read the pictures.
What I have
you only
is
read the
mock
pictures.
Copies of our new layout.
Isn't that headline irresponsible?
Maybe, but it'll sell a hell of a lot of newspapers.
Now make an unethical entertainment channel and a conservative news channel to point out what's wrong with it.
He appoints his daughter, Lacey, as the new publisher.
The Daily Planet hasn't made any money in 3 years.
And the name of the game is making money.
Maybe they should bring in Spider-Man.
A mainstream news source more interested in making money above reasonable reporting? That's just unbelievable.
That's ahead of its time.
So it turns out Lacey immediately starts falling in love for Clark. For some reason. Gotta be the glasses. Oh yeah. But then, the President of the United States makes a chilling announcement.
And because the summit has failed, we have no choice but to strive to be second to none in the nuclear arms race.
But wait! Another subplot manages to sneak its way in. A teacher tries to console her elementary school students about this horrible brewing crisis.
Now, I know you're all upset by the crisis.
No, we're upset because
they don't understand.
Power Rangers. I just hit puberty and now there's no Kimberly.
The best thing we can do is to try to think positively.
I'm guessing Kimberly was a Power Ranger.
Now, is there anything we can do? Doesn't anyone have a suggestion?
Bomb shelter? Fallout shelter?
I mean, isn't this just how you spent your classes back in the day?
No.
I mean, it's not like you did math or science or anything.
Jeremy, what do you think we can do about the crisis?
I tell you, I'd write a letter to that would do some good.
Motherfucker. He's talking about Superman?
Yes, this is what passes.
Wait, so he wants Superman?
The kid writes a letter for
I don't know why I said it like that.
to be delivered via Lois Lane. She shows it to Clark Kent, and thus, somehow, this sends Superman into an existential dilemma about what he should do. He even goes to the Fortress of Solitude to consult the Elders of Krypton on this.
The Earth is too primitive. You can flee to new worlds.
That is true.
No, I'm forbidden to interfere.
Not that stopped me in the last 3 movies.
If you teach the Earth to put its fate in any one man, even yourself, you're teaching them to be betrayed.
Betrayed.
How many are there? Are there just floating heads?
Betrayed.
Oh, did I forget to mention betrayed? Betrayed!
So is that not the same scene as before?
About the issue doesn't end there, because now we have a scene of Clark and Lois meeting up and ripping off the first flying scene from the original movie. And I don't mean copy it, I mean note for note the friggin' same. But before we can get to that horseshit, they walk off the edge of Clark's pad.
They're like, hey, it worked before.
What, you've never been?
Clark?
Why is she still walking?
Kill you now, Lois.
Why is she still walking?
Possibly the worst green screen effect you've ever seen in your entire life in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at that.
1987.
Background. It's like we got transported into the Flintstones.
Sometimes I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
And you'll do the right thing no matter what it is. You always have.
Going from Man of Steel to this.
Rip off the magic memory erasing kiss from the end of the second movie, too. Well, you've got to give the series credit for consistency. It's just as idiotic here as it was there.
So Superman makes his decision and goes to the United Nations building. Which
just
is
shows
now
up.
in Metropolis.
Terrible place.
Location.
I guess it's because
Jeremy
Superman's
and Superman
there.
walk into the United Nations together. So I suppose this is as good a time as any to say goodbye to little Jeremy.
Wait, the kid that wrote the letter?
We'll ever see of him in this movie.
I guess at least they tied him back in. I guess maybe it would have been better if he wasn't tied into it.
You'll never act in another movie again.
Enjoy your mental scars.
Oh.
Oh God.
I mean, you better applaud Superman.
Scene.
What? What's the matter?
Just watch.
What happened?
For many years now, I've lived among you as a visitor. As of today, I'm not a visitor anymore, and I can't stand idly by and watch us stumble into the madness of possible nuclear destruction. And so I've come to a decision. Effective immediately, I'm going to rid our planet of all nuclear weapons.
And how are you gonna do that? That's actually... Can you just find them all?
Did Superman just say he's gonna rid the world of nuclear weapons by himself, whether the governments are unwilling to or not?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he wasn't allowed to be involved.
Okay with this?
They are, Critic. Which means that it's time to play international politics!
Yeah, no, quite literally. Was this supposed to be like propaganda almost?
Critic, you're Israel, a country surrounded on all sides by enemies who would happily see you wiped off.
Let's see how poorly this
However,
aged.
the only thing keeping them at bay is your nuclear arsenal. Now,
I have no
Superman
comment on the whole
comes in and says
that
he's
going
gonna
on.
Take that arsenal away. What do you do?
Tell him to hump my ass?
Oh, I'm sorry, Critic. The correct answer was applaud wildly. Next question, and this one's for the game. You're the Soviet Union.
Okay.
You're engaged in a Cold War against the United States, and the fear of mutually assured destruction via nuclear weapons is the only thing that keeps you and the U.S. from engaging in combat with conventional weapons.
Let's see how poorly this aged.
Suddenly, Superman comes along and says he's gonna take away all your nuclear weapons.
Somehow.
What do you do?
And Russia's gonna make like 3,000 of them. Actually, no, they have more than that, don't they? That's not the grand prize.
Yes, folks, in this film, if you believe that the presence of nuclear weapons has actually prevented war rather than escalated it, this isn't your movie. So we get this montage of shots of both the
I don't think intercontinental ballistic missile goes that high.
Where Superman can catch them and hurl them into the sun.
So if they're willing to get rid of their nukes, why the hell do they need Superman in the first place?
Good PR.
Oh. But while that's going on, subplot number 5 says Lex Luthor just broke out of prison. Good God,
why is
prison has more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
Oh, but let's ignore him
drives
for a
away.
second.
Oh.
We've got a real star in this movie, Critic. Why, it's John Cryer, who played the unforgettable role of Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
So appearing in this is a step down in his career.
But 2.5 Men.
It's pretty bad. He plays Luthor's nephew, Lenny Luthor.
Lenny.
This character is harmless enough, but of course he has to talk.
The
dude of steel. Yeah, you're
the
just an
dude of steel?
What? Oh no.
How long is this movie again?
Hour and a half.
Too long.
So Lex Luthor, being Lex Luthor, has only one thing on his mind.
What?
Destroy Superman.
Because
he hates him. Why?
So well in the past.
Yeah, he's in prison.
So he steals a strand of Superman's hair from a museum.
Here you can see a 1,000-pound load easily suspended by his single hair.
That hair is
That's actually kind of crazy.
Superman's genetic material.
I thought it was the follicle, not the actual hair itself.
To mutate the genes, I can create a being who's more powerful than him.
Yes, much
what
like
being
the
are you going to
spawned
make?
This piece of crap, nuclear power does whatever the hell the writer wants it to do. It should also be pointed out that although this single strand of Superman's hair is strong enough to lift 1,000 pounds,
you can just be
apparently can be cut with a simple hedge clipper.
So Lex assembles a terrifying group of minor characters who will serve no purpose in the movie to discuss his evil plans.
I, Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of the modern era, have discovered a way
just gave yourself that title.
Superman. Behold, my unscrupulous friends. Shut those blinds. The sun is hurting my eyes.
That's fair.
Yeah, this partly
the
cloudy
sun
weather is harmful
is that
to
the
my
weapon?
transparent evilness.
You know what the sun is? It's nothing more than a huge nuclear bomb.
Yeah, it's a tad more complicated than that.
A little
There's
bit.
A lot of certain...
Nuclear bomb!
Okay, sure.
So his plan is to send the genetic material, which looks like a quart of silly putty, into the sun on board one of the nuclear missiles, and that'll somehow create a being that can fight Superman. Lex also throws in a few fabric samples into the case, holding the genetic material to become clothes. Yes, they say that the computer on board will somehow weave an outfit for him out of those little squares or something.
How long is their timetable for this?
So Superman tosses the missile into the sun, and the evil nuclear man is born.
Oh.
No, surprised the sun didn't just push it out of his vagina.
I was gonna say, how would they plan to send something to the sun? It would take years.
And of course, he's sporting silver-painted Lee press-on nails. Because when you think Superman's greatest enemy, you think Lee press-on nails. Oh my god, sister, did you get into a fight with Superman with those things?
So yeah, our evil nuclear man is basically just Fabio with a mullet and laryngitis.
Destroy Superman. Laryngitis, no bueno.
But enough of the supervillain, it's time for some comedy! Lacey and Clark are working out together.
Okay, well.
Wasn't there an impending nuclear war just on the
horizon?
horizon?
Yeah, shouldn't he be throwing ballistic missiles into the sun?
Because the summit failed.
Summits fail all the time. That doesn't guarantee war.
That's true.
We don't take kindly to logic in these here parts.
Especially in this movie.
Now get back to watching Clark Kent act like an idiot.
That he is doing.
Wait, we also
and doing a great job of it.
Goofy antics as she makes a date with Clark at the same time that Lois
Why are they
is
so
having
close to
an
each
interview
other?
with Superman. I get a feeling hijinks will ensue.
Oh, really? Is he gonna, like, go into the next room and change? Hey, what are you gonna do? Run outside, fly up, change? How in the... I guess he's that fast, actually. He probably could do that.
We cut to Lex Luthor where he's... What the hell?
What is happening?
He's dancing with a woman in Victorian dress.
Why?
And then she just leaves without anyone mentioning her again.
I guess it was just... I guess it was just fun?
Oh, that's a... I don't know, the nostalgia chick brought it up.
The nostalgia
Nuclear Man
chick?
shows up, who's oddly
Who is
enough
that?
voiced by Gene Hackman.
You have my voice. No, you have my voice.
Which
well,
means...
the exact same thing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about
So
right.
Nuclear Man walks into the apartment and I guess his batteries die.
I guess he needs to be in the sun?
Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery.
No, it turns out Nuclear Man is powered by the sun.
He's a solar
I mean, Superman kind of is too.
Nuclear menace. Well, at least he's a green villain. And in case anyone's wondering, yes, there's about 100 scenes where he's clearly not in direct sunlight,
And he's
yet
fine. I guess he has a
Don't
battery.
you just hate inconsistencies?
Yeah.
Yeah. The hat,
Well,
no.
we're not done ripping off the rest of the movies because Lex Luthor contacts Superman, somehow knowing where
Is that
he
supposed to be Times
and
Square?
threatens him into a confrontation. After
Or their
Superman
version of it, I guess?
Superman is introduced to Nuclear Man.
To a nice guy who's about to finish last.
Are you really about to just attack him right
Nuclear
there
Man just
next to you?
belched? I mean, what was that? What are you laughing at?
See, I just had this wonderful image in my head of Gene Hackman in a recording studio having to do like 30 takes of that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
After more drawn-out dialogue, we finally have the two starting to fight. And boy,
Okay.
is it a letdown. They don't even really punch each other.
They just
struggle
wrestle.
for a while
Yeah.
and throw out some really awkward blue screen effects.
Don't tell me that's actually the music they play. They better not.
So they fly all over the world to fight. They fly over Italy, where Nuclear Man unleashes a volcano upon the citizens.
That's not good.
Superman plugs it up.
Oh, that's good. That might be bad. Are they not having a fight right now? Also, he speaks Italian and Russian.
Thank you, strange red underwear-wearing man.
The spaghetti.
They then travel to China, where Nuclear Man blows up the Great Wall.
Oh, that's not good.
Unfortunately, Superman is there to...
Undo time?
Does Superman have wall repairing ability?
Not in any comic I've read.
But he's that good, I guess.
To finish off, Nuclear Man takes the Statue of Liberty and tries to drop it into the city.
But luckily, Superman catches the statue, somehow
And
carrying
puts
by
it
its fingers
back.
without it breaking off. Physics? What's that?
Yeah, I don't think
When he
it's
tries
meant to
return the statue,
do that.
It leaves him
I don't think
with
it's
an
that
attack by
far.
Nuclear Man, who just kind of scratches him once.
Oh, I got nail polish on my neck. Powers.
Let me guess, he needs the
This
kryptonite
somehow makes
knife
Superman
thing?
sick and age rapidly. However, he thankfully has that glowing Deus Ex Machina from earlier. We have no idea what the hell it really is or why it's never mentioned until now, but it
Kryptonite?
heals Superman. At least I think it does. We never see it heal him. So
But
we can
now
have
it
another
can
drawn-out fight with Nuclear
Fight
Man.
Nuclear Man?
Yay, because we haven't seen enough of that yet.
Are they literally
So
trying to make
Nuclear Man
nuclear be like a
suddenly
negative
falls in
thing?
love with Lacey.
I feel like there's
Don't
some shenanigans going on behind the
and flies
scenes.
off into the city to kill.
Because I remember there's a whole thing against like nuclear power not being
because
used.
It was so cool the first time you did it.
Where is the woman?
Give it up, you'll never find her.
I think you'll be able to find her.
Look out! He's going nuclear! Oh, what? Like, the humor in this is really that much better.
Okay, just...
Don't do it! The people!
Don't make me yell at you some more!
Yeah, why not actually try to stop
So Nuclear Man
the fire
blows
truck's
up some
on fire?
place,
That's
which
ironic.
makes the film reverse, and Superman just stands there until he caves in and tells him where Lacey is. He tricks him into an elevator, then flies it up and drops him off on the moon.
However, a sliver of light goes into the elevator, recharging him. After Superman faces the most unconvincing flag ever, they have an irritatingly long, slow-motion fight.
On the moon, because zero gravity. I don't think that would work. And this is actually muted, probably because it's copywritten. And they have that song that everyone uses for, you know, slow motion stuff. I don't know if the music makes it better or worse. Or no music makes it better or worse. Oh, wow, that's a DS like I had. The red one. That's
Nuclear Man finally gets a hold of Lacey and flies her through space.
Why?
Where she's, of course,
Completely okay.
able to breathe.
What? What? You can't breathe in space, guys! This is
What are they gonna do? Talk next?
kindergarten!
It's okay, Critic. It's okay. It's gonna be all right.
No, it's not. This movie is still playing.
But
yeah.
Superman moves the freaking
Moves the moon. Okay.
to block the sun from Nuclear Man. Sorry
Is
for the
that
tidal
instant?
waves and gravitational stress, peoples of the Earth. I have to
there's
stop
that flying
a
scene.
supervillain.
Is he gonna leave in
After getting
space?
Lacey to safety, you know, from space.
What, is he gonna be like in the
Superman
dark side of
takes
the moon the
Nuclear
entire
Man and
time?
drops him into a nuclear power plant, which I guess defeats him, but shouldn't that technically make him more powerful?
Solar-powered Nuclear Man.
Oh,
remember?
wow. Yeah, true.
So Lacey tells her dad to stuff it, the Daily Planet is brought back, Luthor is put back in jail, Jeremy is nowhere to be seen.
Of course.
And the whole
Why does it look like the
thing just sort of
Whataburger,
resolves itself. Superman makes
outfit?
some bullshit speech to the world about finding their own path and how he couldn't free them from war. Which doesn't really make any sense considering we saw people clearly lining up to give up their nuclear weapons.
And
Literally, gave them all,
there will
just
be
gave them
peace
all
when the
up.
people of the world want it
So much for not
badly
intervening.
that their governments will have no choice but to give it to them.
Oh, I see. We just didn't want peace hard enough.
Of course.
Yeah,
it
no.
all makes sense. Peace doesn't
It
come
does.
about through economic interdependence and the spread of similar ideals. It's just wanting it.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah. What a fucking load!
This movie sucks.
Its morals are bullshit, its plot is half thrown together.
What is that? There
physics
has to
take
be-
a
the
back
comments
seat
are
to
gonna be
mediocre
great.
Special effects that you more likely see in one of Linkara's videos.
Hey!
Get over it, you
Linkara.
comic geek. Your special effects suck.
Bad
Oh.
credit card.
Not back credit!
The back credit card. Okay, yep, of course. So that's Linkara,
Now the critic, he remembers it, so you don't have to.
and no one wants to remember this thing. Okay. That was certainly something. The Lewis for being so patient. Lewis, love.
What do you do? What do you do? Clean throat.
Yep.
What do you do?
Oh, almost had it.
That make a great blooper there.
That's it. Wow. Okay. Well, that was Superman 4. It was not good. It definitely seemed like one of those movies that had pressure, or it was trying to push some kind of narrative for something. I mean, it's very obvious the lack of logic that was being made and the certain keywords that are being pushed makes it very obvious that they were trying to push some kind of narrative with this movie. From 1987, I don't know why they did what they did, but this is Superman 4, and I wish I never watched it. I hope it made your day a tiny little better. I look forward to reading your comments, but until next video, take care, and cue the music. Ow.